Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. But this is going to be awful. This is going to be so bad. Oh, man. Well, I mean, how many times have they tried to do Hercules? How many different renditions of Hercules? I mean, remember there was Hercules in The City with Arnold Schwarzenegger, like one of his first movies that he did when he came here to try to try to be a movie star. But we've had different versions of Hercules. The Disney animated feature of Hercules is pretty popular. It definitely is. I think I saw it a long time ago. Again, I'm not big on the Disney movies. But then we had the Dwayne Johnson version, which I thought was actually a pretty good movie. I'm surprised that it just didn't go anywhere. It's like it was more of like the more graphic novel-y type version of Hercules. And then you had the Kellen Lutz version of like the early Hercules, which was god-awful. That thing was a piece of shit for sure. But I think the Russo brothers might, take it to the next level when it comes to that because, oh God, this is the article right here from Deadline. Disney's live-action Hercules will be more experimental and inspired by TikTok, says producer Joe Russo. Uh-oh. So, it says, we won't be ready to do anything with Marvel until the end of the decade. Well, by that time, Kevin Feige will probably be out. And then, of course, they're talking about that. We have an amazing relationship with them that we've built over a decade. I think we have a point of view on how they can stretch the limits of their IP moving forward rather than playing IP management. Okay. So I do like the fact that they're going to be experimental and like try to be something different, but this is what they have to say right here. Whereas many of Disney's recent live-action remakes have been faulted for sticking too closely to the source material, Lion King, Russo say Hercules will be a little bit more experimental in tone, a little bit more experimental in execution. I think they're excited to see what we can all bring to it in a way that isn't just a reinterpretation of the animated film. Richie, Richie, who is currently working on blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Guy Ritchie, when talking about that, Guy is perfect for it because he has a penchant for experimentation. The original Hercules, directed by the Little Mermaid filmmakers, of course, talked about all that. Russo says the live-action Hercules will also be a musical. Yay! And share the original's unconventional approach. There are questions about how you translate it as a musical. Russo says audiences today have been trained by TikTok, right? What is their expectation of what that musical looks like and feels like? That can be a lot of fun and help us push the boundaries a little bit on how you execute a modern musical. I don't know. That's fine. Modern musical, it could be done. It can be. The La La Land was, made me a believer of like, you give it to the right director, they can make a good musical right there. The Russos, though, I don't know if that's going to be the case. And, just the fact that, I get what he's trying to say there. It's not like saying like, oh yeah, it's got to be it's TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. But it's just the fact that he's, the fact that TikTok, I don't know. I tried TikTok. I, try to post stuff on there. But then when I realized, looking into a lot of the stuff, I went, all right, gonna delete this off my phone. Doesn't seem like it's something that I should. I don't know. Maybe one of these days somebody can convince me to get back on TikTok. But the fact that he said TikTok and, well, okay, so you're gonna have like short videos of like short little spurts of like singing. I just don't know how you reinvent something when it comes to this. I do like the fact that they're saying that Russo is saying that yes, they're going to be experimental, try to do something, a little bit unconventional and different. Cool. But then at the same time, I'm like, but are you? Is it really going to be something that's going to be, or is it just going to be another Disney remake that's just going to be like run by I don't know. To me, I'm just kind of going like, all right, musical Hercules, we had it at one point. I loved the fact of that Tim Burton came in. Tim Burton still, in my eyes, I haven't seen them all, has the best live action Disney movie. I think Dumbo was fantastic. It hit me in the feels. It was well acted. It felt like a director's vision. That one did very well. Jungle Book was the next one. Favreau did something pretty damn magnificent when it came to all that. And then, of course, I guess he did Lion King also, but that just was like, that was the whole studio just doing like, just adding flesh to the actual Lion King story, and it just didn't work for me, but it still made $1 billion. So what the fuck do I know? When it comes to this, and when it came to Guy Ritchie, I felt a little Guy Ritchie isms in there, but it didn't feel like a complete Guy Ritchie film. So I don't know. I guess we'll see, but it just sounds awful. It just sounds like it's going to be something. I don't know. Just, again, I even want to rewatch the Dwayne Johnson Hercules movie because I felt like, it wasn't like stellar, but it was different. And I thought that was like a cool look at the Hercules character. And this with the singing and unconventional and then using TikTok to explain it, I'm just going, oh, that sounds terrible. Yeah, sounds bad. But hey, maybe it'll be something cool. I doubt it, but good on them. Good on them. Okay, and people, get it out of your heads that just because James Gunn is part of DC now, I've seen people like, oh yeah, the Russo brothers are definitely going to come over now. Shut up. Stop it with that. Not saying the Russo brothers aren't talented. They've done good work, but,